Hello and welcome. First of all, this episode will require me to say kilowatt hour more than 20 times. So to make it easy, kilowatt hour will be called kilowatt. So for 2016, the main update is the battery. The base Nissan Leaf still comes in with the old 24 kilowatt battery, but for some extra cost, you may select a bigger battery which features 30 kilowatts of reserve. Now, 6 additional kilowatts feels like not really a big deal, but keep in mind the Audi A3 e-tron features only 8.8 kilowatts total. The hybrid 2016 Toyota Prius features 0.75 kilowatts. It's not meant to drive on electric only, and the soon-to-come plug-in 2016 Toyota Prius Prime features an 8.8 kilowatt battery as well. Basically, what I mean is 6 additional kilowatt is worthy of notice. Now, all countries don't have the 30 kilowatt battery already available for purchase, therefore make sure you ask about it. Future of Nissan Leaf is close. A new generation should launch in 2017 and go into production somewhere in 2018. On the internet, people are already claiming the new Leaf will have a 60 kilowatt battery reserve and will reach at least 200 miles of range. In my opinion, this is not too far-fetched, especially since 2018 is also the release year of the Tesla Model 3, which means EV's competition is way more aggressive than ever. Anyway, until 2018, we are stuck with this variant, so let us officially start our review by going over the prices and warranty all over the world. Here we have base MSRP as well as cost after Canadian currency conversion, which should help us a little bit to visualize and compare countries with each other. As usual, Hong Kong is the place on earth where it feels like cars are at least twice as expensive as anywhere else you can think of. Malaysia is second and South Africa third. Also, as usual, UK is the place on earth where it feels like people pay their cars cheaper than anywhere else on earth. Except UK, they have a very high currency. Dubai, they don't even bother with electric cars, and honestly, it's because they buy petrol the same price we buy water. Now, when it comes to warranty, it's never as simple as it seems. There is always some stuff that aren't included. Sometimes, even if the base overall warranty is 3 years, the engine and transmission are covered for 5 years. And not all countries, but especially UK and Europe, you have the option to extend the warranty for a small fair price. Basically, whenever you are purchasing a car, any car, ask about warranty and carefully go through details just so you don't get any surprises later down the line. Now, about the Leaf. Canada, USA, UK and Italy seems pretty fair and square, offering good warranty, but be aware that the 30 kilowatt battery comes in with a longer coverage in case of capacity loss. Capacity loss means with time and usage, lithium battery degrade. Over time it basically gives you less range, but that should not be really noticeable for at least 10-year period. If it's noticeable, most countries offer a healthy warranty coverage to replace or repair your battery. Malaysia and Japan, they clearly cover the battery in case of failure, I guess, but they don't explicitly mention what's the coverage regarding capacity loss. Finally, South Africa, on their website they claim a 6-year or 150,000 kilometer warranty on paint and mechanical component. Now, I don't know, it's not clear if the battery is included or not. You should definitely ask about it and make sure it is. Now, one more aspect remains about the MSRP prices. Some countries are offering customers to buy the Leaf and lease the battery. Which means as long as you're leasing your battery, you don't have to worry about battery reliability. Here are displayed Leaf MSRP without the battery, prices for leasing the battery, and the current battery cost in case you decide to buy it at some point. Now let's say you drive 12,000 miles a year and you lease your battery for 7 years. UK you'll end up paying about 7,800 British pounds and Italy 6,600 euros. If my estimations are right, which are based on the US Nissan Leaf battery prices, you could end up paying more for your battery when leasing it, but at the same time, you drive every day, one less headache on your mind. Moving on to the exterior design. This part from the review is really meant to find out how much do you have to spend in upgrades in order for your car to really look like the one displayed in the commercials. There are three main variants in Canada and USA called S, SV and SL. In UK and Europe it's called Leaf, Visia, Ascenta and Tecna. Rest of the world they don't bother with trim variant, which is honestly much easier. Each variant come in with different trims, standard option as well as more optional option to choose from. About the exterior design, in Canada the S variant comes in only black, silver or white. Otherwise, Canada and USA you get to choose red or blue at no extra cost on all variants. The only downside is that when they say red at no extra cost, that's the kind of red they mean. Finally, UK you get to choose between two tones of red or a light sky kind of blue. Either choice costs £550, Italia 670 euros. About tires, Canada and USA, the base S model comes in with base 16-inch steel wheels. The SV and SL variant both come in with the same 17-inch aluminum alloy wheel. No optional wheels to choose from, the standard ones are the only one you get. Italia is the same thing as North America except the medium grade variant has 16-inch alloy wheels. And UK it's another story. Both base model Visia and Ascenta you get the same 16-inch steel wheels. But for 832 British pounds you can move on to the 16-inch alloy wheels. And Tecna Pack comes in with 17-inch aluminum alloy wheel. Wherever you live, LED headlights are standard on the higher end model and not even optional on medium or base grade. Which means the final verdict is you definitely have to pay more in order to make your car look like the one displayed in the commercials. I almost forgot to speak about the solar panel which is fitted in the rear spoiler. Canada and USA it's only fitted as standard on the higher end SL model, otherwise it's not even available as an option. UK and Italia you get to add this option on the Ascenta or Tecna variant. Now that solar panel do not provide any benefit to the drivable range of the car, but it does activate ventilation fans that helps keep the car fresh while parked under the sun, as well as topping off the 12-volt accessory battery. Moving on to powertrain and mechanical components. Canada and USA, the S variant comes in as standard with the 24 kilowatt battery, and the SV or SL both come in as standard with the 30 kilowatt battery. As usual, UK and Europe it's different. You can order 24 kilowatts regardless of the pack trim variant or 30 kilowatt with the Ascenta and Tecna. The only transmission available is a single speed reduction gear. The drivetrain is front-wheel drive simply because the engine is located up front. The BMW i3 for comparison is rear-wheel drive because the engine is in the back. The car weighs around 1,500 kilograms. On paper, the Leaf sprints from 0 to 100 in 11 seconds. Now, electrical consumption. This part is messy. On paper, with good weather conditions and smooth driving, Nissan Canada USA claim the 24 kilowatt battery gives you 135 kilometers of range. The new 30 kilowatt battery allows an average of 173 kilometers of range. Now here is the tricky part. UK, Europe are claiming the 24 kilowatt battery gives you an average of 200 kilometers and the 30 kilowatt gives you an average of 250 kilometers. Why is that the same car with the same battery gives you different range? Well, it's because North America are basing the range tests around North American standards, which seems to be different from the European standards. Basically, if you drive slow, no luggage, no passengers, air condition and heating off, you may reach 155 miles with a fully loaded battery regardless of where you live. But on a daily basis with radio on, aircon on, Bluetooth and so on, your best bet is North American rating. Those numbers are very close to what people on the internet who actually own Nissan Leafs are claiming. Now, following what North American ratings are saying, the MPGe rating for the 30 kilowatt battery is an average of 114 miles per gallon equivalent, which is about 2 liters per 100 kilometer. It seems like a definitive improvement over the 24 kilowatt battery, which had an MPGe rating of 99 miles per gallon equivalent. Let's stick with the 30 kilowatt hour battery. If we break down MPGe, it means when your battery reaches a reserve of 33.41 kilowatt hour, you have the potential to drive an average of 114 miles. Since the Leaf 30 kilowatt hour only features 30 kilowatt hour of battery, the potential mileage drivable on electric is only a bit less. You basically drive for 107 miles before having to recharge the battery. Good stuff. Now, refueling electricity. Here's a chart which should summarize how much hours you need with each battery and charging method. Simply keep in mind that the 6.6 kilowatt charging cable allows more electricity to travel from your house to your car, but that cable doesn't come cheap because it's not only about the cable. At home, you need a certified electrician to figure out stuff and make everything work. It's as standard on any variant in Canada, but optional on the S variant USA. Cost $1,707 US. UK Europe, the 6.6 kilowatt charging cable is optional on all variants and costs 1,100 British pounds. There is one other way to charge an electric Leaf, which is by using public charging stations. It's called DC charging and charged up to 80% in half an hour. For that, though, you need a DC fast charger to be installed in your car, which cannot be equipped on the S variant Canada, although it's standard on the SV and SL variant. USA, it's optional on the S, comes in the same pack as the 6.6 kilowatt charger, which means for $1,700 US, you get both options same time. UK, the DC quick charger is called by its cable name 7-pin Mod3 Type 3 and is available as standard with all configurations. Europe, based on Italia, offers the DC quick charger optional on the Visia variant, €500, and as standard on all other variants regardless whether it's a 24 or 30 kilowatts battery. So you probably have two ways for recharging your battery. Now moving on the interior feature of the car. Basic stuff that you usually need is navigation, leather seat, rear view camera and heated seats. Wherever you live, you can notice that the navigation is not included with the base model and not even optional. The rear view camera is as standard in North America on all variant. UK, it's not available on the base model, and Italia, it's optional. Front and rear heated seats are as standard in Canada. USA, front heated seats are as standard, and on the higher end model, front and rear. UK, forget about heated seats unless you go for the Tecna pack, which is the most expensive one. Italia, almost the same thing, but at least they are optional on the Ascenta pack. Now, finally, how does it drive on the road? It's simple, I didn't try it yet. But make sure you do so, you might like it, might not like it. All cars aren't made for everybody, even if they are genuine cool cars. Usually you don't buy an electric car for the way it drives, but I'll thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed. Whether you're looking to buy or to be entertained by nice car footage, be sure to subscribe and scroll through the channel, there's much more stuff about cars. Take care and goodbye.